sure that cost as a framework can have a benefit out of it, because relation of art and science is definitely can definitely contribute to the innovation. And this is one of the most important focal points, I would say, of the future Europe and of the future research in Europe. And on the other hand, we in this area of Croatia, we are quite innovative with all these ideas, but we have a problem that we cannot and we don't know how to commercialize it. So I was hoping that in this way it will be a kind of transfertilization between the cross-fertilization between these two areas.
For me, it's more or less natural that the art, science, and technology, we're talking about the same thing, really. It does not make much sense to me, the divisions that are implemented, but they exist and they have a reason to happen. So therefore, there's also a reason to bring the arts into the game of producing knowledge, which is, I think, the main aim of all this, is to find new ways of producing knowledge that can help develop the humankind into a better position, and within ourselves and within our context as well.
COST is an organization that funds already research that is already funded at the domestic or the national levels. It doesn't fund the research itself, but it funds rather the networking, so that people can come to events like this one and also to other kinds of events. There are different kinds of, we call them different instruments. Now, COST has divided the scientific world into 9 different domains. And one of them, for instance, the domain that I am chairing, is the one called FPS, or Forestry Products and Services. Another one is ICT, a third one is biomedicine, and so on and so forth. Now, from each of these, within each of these domains, there are national representatives of the 30, I think, participating countries in COST. And these then constitute a domain committee, so that we have 9 different domain committees based on, say, sectors or the disciplines. The main used instrument is called a COST Action, and that is a network of, say, approximately some, on average, maybe 20 countries, with typically 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 participants from each country, and they meet also then in so-called management committee meetings at least once a year, and also in working group meetings. Now, the total effect of this means, or it implies, a lot of meetings all around Europe within the different disciplines, and it means an enhanced networking of researchers, not only researchers, but to a main extent researchers. COST has, over the years, since it was funded 40 years ago, been a door opener from very many researchers, and especially from countries in the Eastern and Southeastern Europe, for instance, like Croatia. I'm sure that many of the researchers who are today participating in huge European programs funded, for instance, by the European Commission or the European Union, started their networking careers within COST. I think this is one of the main good features of COST, that it's so inclusive. It is also completely bottom-up, meaning that if you have an idea of what kind of research to do networking within, you come up with the idea and you submit for a proposal. This this is there are very few of these opportunities left in Europe, because most of the research and research networking, which is now funded in Europe, is what we call top-down. And there are already written programs, and you have to send your submission, your applications, to something which has been defined by someone else. So I find this as a very important feature of cost. Another feature that I would like to mention is the fact that once a cost action has been approved for funding, it means a cost action is our networking project, then it is open to any country to sign in and to become a member of that one and participate in it. This is quite special, and especially at the European scale.